Based on the discussion with the whatever the I would like to just take 3 days, today, tomorrow, and day after tomorrow. That is until Wednesday. This session on science and technology. Since I have already said in the last session that you have already covered science and technology wherever you have done your coaching or self-study, you have already done the concept part of it. So I don't have to go into too detail of the conceptual part because you have already prepared and reached to this stage. So I don't have to delve very deeper part into that. But yes, from the interview point of view, from personality development, this program or mock interview point of view, I would like to just add certain things which I have addressed last time. But again, still, I would like to just get into that. That is I have mentioned that data. You have to be very clear with the data, and particularly with the government initiatives. Whatever the government initiatives are there, that you have to be very much thoroughly with that. And I hope that for your main exam, for writing main exam, you would have read about those kind of topics there. But I know that in science and technology, SNT, students neglect. They don't care about this subject because they care more about in paper GS 1, 2, they care more about history, polity, international relation, then economic development and all this. They don't care too much about this SNT part of it. But just I said that last time that in the interview board, based on your background, your educational background, you might get questions there. That's what comes into that. So without, let me just pinpoint certain things which you need to prepare from your preparation point of view. That is I'll share my screen here. You will be able to see that. And I'll interact with all of you. From time to time, I'll interact with that. So last time I discussed about SMR. Then I said that disease and health, you have to prepare yourself. Then new emerging technologies, I have mentioned that. They will become a very, very important part. AI is another thing, big data, ICPS, right? QKD, quantum technology. ICT in computing, I mentioned edge computing, supercomputing, cloud computing, right? Quantum computing, cybersecurity, I said that you need to go through the defense technology. I mentioned that. Now, what I would like to add here, whatever remaining time you have from PIB, Press Information Bureau, from SNT point of view, science and technology point of view, you need to just go through certain type of programs. How would you do that? I will go through that one. One is a DST. Now, in the month of December, every ministry and department comes out with the year-end achievement, whatever year-end review and achievements are there, and you come across different type of programs. So DST is another one. Then comes DBT, Department of Biotechnology, Department of Science and Technology. Then comes here a very, very important one, DIT, Department of Electronics and Information Technology. And as I said last time that ICT has become very, very important. So that part, keeping to that, you have to just go through that. Then coming to Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, that is a Department of Health Research, right? DOH, that comes to be another very important one. Anything which has come into headlines from government labs, then you have to be aware. Like, for example, if I talk about Department of Science and Technology, DST, even the interview board panel can ask you pinpointed question to you. As I mentioned last time, quantum there. Let's look at here, this one. Let me just highlight this one. National Quantum Mission, NQM, right? Now this is in the headline continuously. And I told you that last time that a main exam question has not been asked. So maybe if any board member, based on your background, would like to just know about quantum and particularly NQM, then you're prepared with it. Now, what I would like to just highlight few things. I'll just add certain things here. I'll underline that one. You can even write it down that also there. If you come across here, let's look at here. Union Cabinet, you would have read in current affairs also there. Union Cabinet approved National Quantum Mission. There's a what is the amount, that is not very important, but 6,000 crore rupees has been allocated for this one. How to develop the quantum technology in India, and particularly the kind of ecosystem what is required in terms of hardware, software, whatever quantum technology requires the R&D. Government has allocated the fund for it. Now, what is very important here? There are 4 thematic hubs. From quantum technology point of view, there are 4 quantum hubs have been created. And if you can look at those domain areas, if you look at the first one is this one, quantum computing. Indian Institute of Sciences, Bangalore, ISC Bangalore, right? You all know that. Most of you are from Karnataka, from Bangalore, that you know that ISC is a very leading premier academic and research institution of this country. So for development of quantum computing, ISC has been given that kind of a hub. Then you can see here, another second one is IIT Madras. There's a quantum communication. IIT Madras, Chennai, for quantum communication based technology. This hub has been created. Now that is in collaboration with CDOT, Department of Telecommunication, Center for. Then very, very important, this one, quantum sensing and metrology. That means developing such kind of sensor or such kind of a method by which we can do measurement. Yeah, last time I mentioned QKD, quantum key distribution, right? All those kind of thing which can be helped. See here, remember that is not meteorology, it's a metrology, METRO. Please don't mix this with meteorology. Meteorology is something different. Meteorology is with respect to weather science. That is different thing. Metrology. Here the word is METROLOGY. That is a science of measurement at the quantum scale. That is where quantum sensing and metrology has been given to IIT Bombay. This has been now another R&D area. And the last, what you can see here, quantum material and devices. This is given to IIT Delhi. The 4 areas: quantum computing, quantum communication, then quantum sensing and metrology, and finally 4th one, quantum materials and devices. So this is where the thrust has been given. So let's say suppose you get a question in the interview board about quantum, right? You have to talk about quantum and how government program is based on that quantum. So here this becomes a really important part of it. Okay, just before I go further, let me ask that there were few students last time, there were others who were not present in the last time. And since you all are prepared for your main exam and written the main exam, I would just like to ask a question. Anybody here can, let me pinpoint here. Saubhagya, kindly unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Saubhagya, I'll just ask you a very important thing. I am a board member and I'm just, asking the question. What is quantum communication? How do you answer me? Kindly answer this. What is quantum communication?
No, sir, I do not. I have to read about it, sir.
Okay. Anyway, thank you for that. Surya, what is quantum communication? Suppose that you get a question. Quantum communication. Ananya? Yes. Please go on.
Sir, I'm also not exactly aware of it, sir.
Okay. See here, all of you just remember that in the interview board, you cannot give a lot of lengthy explanation. You have to go to a very specific answer there. If any kind of such technology-based or application-based questions are there, it will be very, very specific with that. Okay, anyway, let me just bring about that. You all know about quantum technology, you are aware of this? Okay, let me bring about it. See, quantum, if you look at what is making this part of it here, see, what is quantum technology here? Whether you talk about computing or communication or sensing, whatever area, what is the main aspect of it here? Quantum mechanics, right? It works with the principles of quantum mechanics. That means here, what is inherent here as compared to classical computation and way of communication, what we do? It is basically based on the quantum physics at the type of atomic level, right? And you know that here, the most important thing is this one. Quantum bits of information, qubits. See, what can be qubits? If I just give you technical part of it, any atom can behave as a qubit based on quantum principle, or ion. It can be atomic ion, positive ion, cation, or anion, or even what is now coming up with the photons. Light, right? Quanta, packet of energy quanta, photon. That can behave as a qubit, quantum bits of information, where the data can be either stored or processed or transmitted, right? Even electron, atoms, ion, or electron, proton, whatever we are talking about, that we can work as a qubits. Now, when you talk about quantum computation, it follows those laws of quantum mechanics. You would have read that. I'm very sure you would have read that. For writing your main exam, you would have covered that. That is with respect to what comes here, a principle of superposition. I'm sure you would have read that one, superposition, where qubits, right? Qubits in their states can superimpose. What is here? Superposition means they can interfere with each other. That means here, if you have a qubit, right? String of qubits, they can superposition. That is if you have a single qubit, one qubit, either it can be 0 or 1. But what the law says, it can also act as 0 plus 1. There is superposition, right? That means one qubit either is a spin up, spin down, or it can be both at the same time. Spin up and spin down both can be there. Just an example, a coin. When you take a coin, for example, I'm just giving analogy with a coin. Coin has got a head, right? And backside of the coin is a tail. But when the coin is spinning, imagine when the coin spins, right? It is both head and tail. So suppose head is 0, tail is 1. But when it is spinning, rotation, it is head plus tail both. That's where they're qubit. Qubits, right? Not one single, but number of qubits are there. So they can add and superposition with each other. That what comes here. Another aspect which comes here, you would have read that. I'm just trying to recap that. Entanglement. Now this both of these can be used in communication device also there. Let's say entanglement. What is entanglement? Here, these qubits are paired together. They're entangled together. The states are paired together, entangled together. Suppose that, for example, you have suppose I'm just giving example, you have a 4 qubits. In 4 coins, you have 4 different coins, right? 5 rupee coin or 10 rupee coins, 20 rupees coin. You have 4 different coins, right? So these qubits, they are entangled together. That means they are together. All these qubit 1, 2, 3, 4. That means if one change its state, others will also follow it. Entanglement, if any qubit changes its position, similarly the other qubits which are entangled will also change their positions. That is what called entanglement, right? So then there is another issue called tunneling. Tunnel. There is tunneling, that means a bit carry and receive information from a distance, just like teleportation. There is something called television. Again, from quantum mechanical laws, it comes to that. So what is very important when you talk about quantum communication? Say right? It goes with the processing of data, quantum computer. But here, what happens here? It also goes for when you talk about communication. If you can send and receive the information, I'll just demonstrate one very important thing. I'm again sharing my document here. You will see here, I'm discussing a very important thing, which you must keep in mind, because now we are working to such kind of technology and we are developing such kind of thing here. Just 1 second. Look at here. When you say quantum communication, just imagine today we use radio wave. We use radio waves for communication. But just imagine that, right? Global, as per Earth, right? We want to send and receive information, just like today we do with the mobile towers. Suppose that there is a one point here, point A, and we have another point, point B. So one way of communication, there is a direct. Sending and receiving, the direct could be there. Another way of communication that happens through ionosphere. I'm talking about normal kind of a communication system there. It goes to the ionosphere and transmit, right? And third layer of communication, satellite. Satcom, where again the communication goes to satellite, which receive the signal and then amplify the signal and again send it there to the ground station, right? But now imagine, in place of radio wave, instead of radio waves, today we use this long wavelength radio wave. The use of light, right? For example, I'm talking about laser. Suppose we use laser. You all know laser light, right? Red laser, blue laser, green laser. Now laser is what? Highly coherent, highly focused, monochromatic beam of light, which can travel long distance without getting dissipated, right? Laser beam. And suppose this laser light, right, made of photons, and these photons behave as qubit. It behave as qubit. Just imagine. We are not sending radio wave, rather we are sending laser light. And in the laser light, the pulse of laser light made of that beam of laser pulse, the photon, that act as a qubit. And we entangle it, that we secure it. Entanglement has a very important role to play in security. This is called quantum communication. And already China has done that. If you take example, China already has done this experiment called QUESS, quantum experiment at space scale, where China has built a satellite called Messius satellite. And China has successfully demonstrated this kind of a quantum entanglement-based quantum communication. China has already done that. Similar systems are being now developed worldwide. If, for example, if I just give you example, just from current aspect, I told you that you have to be thorough with the current aspect. From the current aspect, if I just give you the example here, just let me get into that one. This is what I mentioned here, but I'll do one thing here. I will just take you through some other. Just let me open that Chrome. If you do the Google search with quantum, see here, quantum communication, China. It's very old news. It's already been old news. You can see here. China is a leader in quantum communication with a large network, right, of a quantum satellite. See, a quantum satellite, right? A quantum satellite and a history of breakthrough in the field. Way back in 2016, China already demonstrated first quantum communication satellite. What I've given the name Messias is named after ancient Chinese philosopher. So China has already done that. You will see here. China reaches new milestone in space-based quantum communication, right? Messias satellite. Then you can see China to launch. Now see another one. China and Russia test quantum communication link. 3,800 kilometer distance. Right, this is what I will report there. And this year, see here, 2nd Jan. Today is 13th January. Today is 13th January. Right, last year, 1 year back. That is 2nd January 2024. We are now in 13th January 2025. But last year, already this has been now done by China and Russia. They are secured gateway because of entanglement. Now if you see here this one. So all these type of mechanisms being now built through satellite. You can see the photograph here. This out of there. I'll just read out there. Scientists from Russia and China have successfully established quantum communication over a distance of 3,800 kilometers. Now, the communication spanned from a ground station near Moscow to another near Urumqi in China's western Xinjiang region. The work suggests a quantum communication network using among the BRICS nation would be feasible. You know, BRICS nation: Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Right? This was in the news last year. Right? So Russia, China, India, US, all these countries are working for this kind of a communication gateway. Right? You can see here, there's all news items. See, my purpose is that to pinpoint those kind of technology which are there in the headline and there where you could expect question in the exam. Right? Where in the interview board, when you go to interview board, they can directly ask you a question. Tell us something about quantum communication. And a lot of things are happening in this field. So my this PIB, this one, thematic hub, and what I said here. See, that's what I'm saying, my dear students. See, concept part, the detailed conceptual part, you have to brush up, because I am assuming that you have done in your coaching classes or whatever self-study you have done. Because since you have written the main exam, so I assume that you have read those type of topics there. If not so, then please, you have time till you go to the interview board. You have time to brush up certain kind of thing. But again, remember that not like UPSC main exam or UPSC prelims exam. Not that. Here you have to look from the interview point of view. If you get a question from any of the board member, so can you, in a simple manner, tell what is a quantum communication? Any kind of areas of scientific or technological thing which are making headlines or whatever, you are in a position to just comprehensive way mention to the board members, right? This type of thing there, right? So this is the where comes here. Now you can see here this is given. Another way important. geospatial, GSI, even the budget, we have given importance to GSI technology, right? What is very important here? This is making another very important thing part of. If you look at here, this one, right? Here, this technology, which basically play a very critical role in governance, what you call as a GIS, Geographical Information System. Now, why government is giving so much importance to this technology? Because we want to put into use for rural and urban development. Rural and urban development, we want to use it. Like, for example, what is geography information system? That means you have a mapping the data in terms of landscape, geographical landscape, what type of soil, what type of forest, what type of water bodies we have, what type of physiographic location is there. So that input we get through such kind of application, which comes through the satellite. Various type of satellites becomes like rural and urban development, right? Like, for example, road network. Now, let's say we are working to develop the road network. Then you know this one, Sagarmala project there. Coastal areas and linking with the road network, right? Then in terms of railway network, transport segment, the new railway lines, railway network, again, how the geospatial data can help us, right? Then in terms of agricultural development, and is all there in Yojana also, Yojana and Kurukshetra, another two magazines, right? Again, they have covered all this one because government has given a lot of budget in terms of use of such technology there. Then again, this one, tourism. Tourism is another, very important thrust area. Government of India and state level, tourism has been given a very important sector for the economy, and it is rising very fast in the country, tourism sector. The people coming from outside to visit the place, but another thing is that even the domestic tourists, their numbers are also increasing, and government want to increase. Again, the development of corridors, right? There may be development of such infrastructure in the tourist hubs. So again, the government is giving their part of it. Road network, I have mentioned that. I'll just give you a very good example. Char Dham Yatra, Gangotri, Yamunotri, Kedarnath and Badrinath. You all know Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand is a very difficult terrain. Now the government is building a road network to connect all these 4 religious pilgrimage areas. And again, the GIS technology is being used in terms of building the road network, right? Or let's say, for example, in the state of Karnataka, where the Karnataka government want to promote the tourism, that site, and we need infrastructure development for that. Again, the GIS technology can play a very important role, right? And even it can develop the, in terms of livelihood of the people, training part, skill development, right? That can be done part of it. Even for the waste management, even in terms of this growing problem of pollution. Again, there the GIS technology play a very important role. For any kind of planning, GIS is becoming very important. Disaster management, earthquake, landslide. I'll just give you a very good example, which you all know, that Wayanad landslide, Wayanad tragedy, right? You all have read in the Hindu paper that many people died because of that tragedy which happened in Kerala, Wayanad landslide. And you know that because of the controversy from 2018 onward, Kerala flood situation, and the kind of a disaster what the Kerala is now facing right now. particularly the vulnerable areas. This all comes there. Cyclone, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu. Again, how the GIS technology can help the rescue or support system. Again, that becomes very important. And for that, ISRO, ISRO, you all know that, you have read that we have a network of satellites, right? India has a big network of satellites, IRS, Indian remote sensing satellites, Cartosat, ResourceSat, OceanSat. We have built a big network of satellites. And recent time, EOS, Earth observation satellites, Earth observation satellites, we are launching there, right? So there, if you look at here, DST website, now see here, geospatial data infrastructure and technology, right? 7 states, Gujarat, Haryana, Odisha, Telangana, Chhattisgarh, and then you can see Kerala and Rajasthan. Government has given importance there. Even you can see here, research and training center in states of Haryana, Jammu is Union Territory now, Kerala and Telangana, right? So this is what thrust area has been given. Then if you remember last time I mentioned here ICPS. If you remember this one, ICPS, interdisciplinary cyber physical system, right? And you can see here, this is very, very important. If you look at here, what is given here? AI, 25 areas have been given importance. One is the AI, artificial intelligence and machine learning, AI ML. Then you can see robotics, right? Cyber security. Then data. Even today, the Hindu paper has covered a lot of articles on data privacy, data security. And we're trying to have a framework, guidelines, rules for data protection in India. Puttaswamy judgment by Supreme Court. So here data analytics, that is big data, predictive technologies, healthcare, disease, right? Any kind of epidemics. Then technologies for agriculture and water. You know that you have written the main exam. This time there was a question on that, water management, wastewater treatment. Then technologies for mining, advanced computing, communication system. You see here all this quantum, you can see here again, quantum is now coming here, quantum technology, etc. Then again, LLM, large language modeling, AI tool based on AI, artificial intelligence, large language modeling there. And generative AI, predictive AI, generative AI. Then now he comes here. Bharat Gen, you see here. What Bharat Gen? Launched under this ICPS program, interdisciplinary cyber physical system, right? And this all what are we coming here? Again, see here. You can see a generative AI, robotics, autonomous system, 5G, and beyond, which comes here, right? So that's where you'll find here. Another thrust area, you can see supercomputing, right? Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology and Ministry of Science and Technology, DST, Department of Science and Technology, and DIT, Department of Electronics and Information Technology, together to see has created 27 petaflop of computing system in terms of supercomputers, right? And we are adding those kind of areas there. Now see climate change research in newer areas. Okay, I'll ask a question here. Just let me ask a question. Anybody can give me the answer here. Suppose that I'm just would like to ask here. Let me ask here, Jasmine. Jasmine, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Jasmine, just suppose you are in the board there, and a question is asked to you that how can you explain machine learning, ML?
So machine learning is the machine learning like how humans learn based on the data and based on the patterns given to it.
Okay. All right. Anything more you want to add?
No, sir.
Okay. What is your background? You have done your graduation in which subject?
Computer science and engineering.
Okay, good. See, that's remember that you are coming since, and again I can tell you all of you who are coming from computer science background, computer science engineering. Be prepared for questions on AI and all this big data and all this. They will be asking a question here, right? Okay. Thank you, Jennifer. You have sorry, Jasmine. You have given correct answer. See, what is a machine learning? Machine learning, that is a set of the algorithm. That's a advanced kind of algorithm or software what a programmer write, which give the machine or whatever system you have to the kind of input which help work with the data as our human brain works. And they work with the advanced mathematics, very advanced level of mathematics, statistics that is used built up in those kind of system there, right? Deep learning, machine learning, and all comes into that. Okay, I'll ask another one. Ananya, can you unmute yourself? Ananya?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ananya. My question is that
Yes, sir.
what is the position of India in terms of supercomputers? Where do we stand worldwide in terms of supercomputers? This is how the question will be asked to you, right? Supercomputer, and in terms of that, where India stands today.
Sir, Airavat is the India supercomputer that has ranked some 73 something, sir. I could not recall exactly.
All right. No, you're right there. You're right there. You have to be confident there.
Okay,
So
sir.
we are not a top ranking countries in the world. First thing is that we are not top ranking countries in the world in terms of supercomputer part of it, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
We are
sir.
nowhere in top 10 or top 50. You have said right. 73rd rank, that is Airavat. That's part of, so we are in top 100, but again, we are lagging behind it. We are not at that level there.
Yes,
As
sir.
compared to US, highest number of computers, supercomputers you have in the US there, right?
Yes.
So there you have to mention that, right?
Okay,
Now,
sir.
let me ask a question. Saubhagya, thank you, Ananya.
Okay, sir.
Saubhagya,
Yes.
my question is that just let me see if you can. What is Bharat Gen? Just I mentioned it. What is Bharat Gen? Bharat Gen, GEN. Or
No, sir.
I'll put it a different way.
Okay.
Do we have any Chat GPT kind of application in India? Chat GPT, you know that, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you using chat? Like for example, in an interview board, if I ask you that, are you using Chat GPT? So
Yes, sir.
okay,
Yes, sir.
what is Chat GPT?
ChatGPT is a artificial intelligence, sir, which provide information or things.
Okay, anything more? No, you're right. That is a artificial intelligence and all. What is more? Can you give me more into that? Chat GPT, you're right, is a application of AI. But what type of AI it is a Chat GPT? Just I mentioned right now, generative AI. Generative AI. What
Okay.
is generative AI? When you ask certain type of questions, it gives you the information. Out, output is there. ChatGPT, you
Okay.
can use that when you ask a certain question. What ChatGPT does, from it finds out the answer and provide you the answer. It generate information. That is called generative AI. But when the same AI predict help with the prediction of diseases, weather pattern, or any kind of a use, then you say predictive AI. Now Bharat Gen. Now let me come to. I have asked the question Bharat Gen. Bharat Gen is based on AI model. It's an application which is based on languages of India, multiple languages, just same as ChatGPT. In ChatGPT, you can only ask question in English language, but you cannot ask in Kannada. Kannada or Tamil or Telugu or Malayalam, you cannot ask. Same type of application Indian scientists have developed for Indian languages, where you can ask question just like ChatGPT, generative AI, and will provide you the information in that particular regional language. Let's say Kannada. It'll give you the Kannada language there. That's called Bharat Gen, right? So that is a large language model. What is called something called LLM. It works on large language model. So just I'm just trying to provide you the part of this information so that you remember that if you get this kind of direct question, if something asked to you, then you are confident, you are able to tell that, right? And that's what this type of application has been now brought there, right? And it is under the which mission program? National Mission on Interdisciplinary Cyber Physical System, ICPS. That's what we have been developing that. All right. So I hope that Ananya, Saubhagya, Jasmine, and all, you are able to understand that, right? So this is where I have mentioned that you have to at least go and revise this type of concept, supercomputing mission. Okay, how many of you can tell me about NASA supercomputing mission? National supercomputing mission. Any idea you have about this mission program? Jasmine, do you know what is National Supercomputing Mission?
So,
I'm just
uh,
trying to, interact with you like a interview board only, so that you know about the things. Yes, yes, Jasmine.
sir, I do not have complete knowledge, but I can try answering.
Yeah, yes,
Uh,
yep.
National Supercomputing Mission. Under this, we have built different generations of supercomputers.
Mhm.
I think 4 or 5 supercomputers were built, but I cannot recall the names, sir.
Okay, okay, not a problem. Okay, good. Jasmine, you have tried there. Jasmine, you are from where? Where are you? Where is your native place?
Mangalore, sir, in Karnataka.
Yeah, Mangalore. I know that.
Okay.
I've been to Mangalore there. I remember I was in Mangalore. From Mangalore, I went to this one,
Udupi.
Kasaragod.
Oh,
Kasaragod, there's a
in
road being
Kerala.
up there.
Yeah.
Kerala. Kasaragod is in Kerala.
Kerala, yeah.
Kasaragod, that I took the road journey to that side.
Uh,
Udupi also you can go there. Udupi, then
yeah.
Kasaragod. Then there is one place called Kannur. Kerala has
Yeah.
got, right? That part is there. And so that's good that. And where is your interview date? Have you got the interview date?
It is on January 27th, sir. Very near.
Oh my God.
So for that, I was just thinking if you could cover, computer
Yeah.
science related topics first, because I have worked in IT also, so related
Yes,
to
yes.
those can cover
Okay,
it.
I'll
Would
do
be
that one. I will do that one. Okay, so I'll do one thing here, one by one. Let me share it because your interview is very nearby. Let me
yes,
just
sir.
go into that. 1 second. I'll share my screen now. Last time I have done that, you were not there that time.
But I have gone through the recording, sir, and
Good,
I've noted the question,
okay,
the topic which you gave.
right. So let me just provide one by one. For your background, right? For your background, and since you are from IT and computing background, so one area which I already mentioned that this one, because we are giving a lot of importance to supercomputing area there, right? Let's say I'll bring some kind of keywords here, which you need to prepare there. One is this one, parallel computing there, right? I'll just introduce the words here. Supercomputer, you know that is about parallel processing of data, right? And you are already aware that there number of nodes are there. These are the processors, right? Thousands of processors which act like a node, and they're interconnected in such a manner that a problem is broken into number of parts. A complex mathematical problem can be solved using supercomputer. Then what is very important here? This one. You know the full form of this? FLOPS, floating operation per second, right? That is what the
Floating operation.
floating operations per second. In 1 second, how many calculations a supercomputer can carry out? Like for example, when you talk about gigaflop, so what does that gigaflop means? That the processing power of that supercomputer will be 10 to power 9 calculations in 1 second. That means it can carry out 10 to the power 9, that billion calculation in 1 second. That is what called gigaflop. Right? Next generation what come tera. What is teraflop? Where you have a 10 to the power 12,000 times faster than gigaflop. See, worldwide, if you look at, even India has also got petaflop. The most advanced what you come across right now is a petaflop, that is 10 to the power 15. And US has already surpassed. There is a supercomputer called Frontier, is rank 1. Right? It has got a global rank 1. Frontier has already reached exaflop. Now China is building exaflop. Very soon China will also have an exaflop supercomputer. So that is here. So India has not reached to exaflop. India is now in petaflop. Whatever advanced supercomputer we have, the petaflop. There's one thing is that then you must know about this one, CDAC. You know the full form CDAC, Center for Development of Advanced Computing, Pune, right? And you all know that CDAC is known for what? Whatever supercomputer CDAC is very popular with that, Param series of supercomputers. And you are aware of that. Recently, Param Siddhi AI, for AI application, Param Siddhi, right? Param Brahma, Param Siddhi, Param Shivai, all these are certain advanced supercomputers built by CDAC. There's a main organization to develop that. Then what comes here, apart from CDAC here, what you need to know from the supercomputer point of view, the application part of it. I've already asked the ranking and all this. Airavat, see, Airavat is the fastest in India, but if you look at ranking wise, we are very behind the. Initially, it was 68, 69, but now we have slided down to 73rd. We are getting down even the ranking there. Right, application part. So now tell me, Jasmine, where all supercomputers find applications? Tell you four
So
major.
space technology,
Correct. Okay.
and we can use it in traffic management also,
Okay. Right.
weather forecasting,
Okay. Good. Very good.
and
One more area you can tell me.
science and this research and development also we can make use of it.
Right. Modeling, any kind of modeling, any kind of simulation, whether
Yes.
it's drug discovery, drug designing, protein design, or weather modeling, monsoon modeling. So there all supercomputers find application. Industrial design, design of new engine, design of new system. Right. Astronomical research, you have already mentioned that. Climate change research, climate change area, there again we use supercomputers. So all those areas you can mention that. And now I'm coming to this one. I've asked you the NSM, NASA Supercomputing Mission, Department of Science and Technology. You have given the answer, but I'll add certain more areas here. See, what is NASA Supercomputing Mission? We are building a grid, or something called grid computing. Grid of supercomputing facilities all over India. See, whatever supercomputers we have built so far, they all are getting connected to a grid. Do you understand what is grid? All supercomputers in India, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Delhi, Guwahati, Lucknow, all these supercomputers will get connected to a common hub. They will get interconnected with each other through optical fiber. So we are creating a grid of supercomputers. What is something called high performance computing, HPC, high performance computing. So we are trying to connect 70 supercomputers. And there will be a common center where it will be all connected together, right? And this will be used all over India in terms of research here. That's what is something called collaborative research. It will facilitate collaborative R&D. That means scientists all over India can collaborate through this grid. That is the main thing. Is called National Supercomputing Mission, NSM. And what we are going to do is that once our NSM, suppose for supercomputing grid, we have created this grid, is high-powered supercomputing grid. We will connect with already existing grid called NKN, that is a National Knowledge Network. We are already having one very important grid which connect ISRO, ISRO, DRDO, BARC, universities, academic centers. We have already developed a grid called NKN, National Knowledge Network. So what will happen once we develop this supercomputing grid? We will connect with this. This will be interconnected with NKN. This grid is supercomputing. So that will be a shared data, shared resources. It will facilitate our R&D in future. This is what the supercomputing comes into that, right? So one area which you have to prepare the supercomputers, right? Second, I have already mentioned quantum. You have to prepare quantum. Definitely, they can ask you a question on that. Basic qubit, quantum bits, and all these are making headlines there, right? Google company. Last time I mentioned Google has got this Sycamore. This quantum, if you look at, a very important development which has been made, that is a processor called Sycamore, and this is by Google company. And what has happened here, they have a lab called Santa Barbara in US where they have developed this machine. I'll show you the photograph here. Now this quantum machine has broken the record that with few qubit, only very few qubit, it was able to solve a complex problem which today's fastest supercomputer will take thousands of years. I'll repeat again. The fastest supercomputers of the world, which would take thousands of years to solve a complex mathematical problem, only with few qubits, quantum bits, Sycamore processor was able to do it, achieve in minutes. This is what we call quantum supremacy. There's a word called quantum supremacy. Even China has also achieved this quantum supremacy. I'll show you the photograph here. I think you would have read about this one, but I'll just take you to that. If you do this one, Sycamore, if you just today after this session, go back to this Google search, Sycamore, Google. This is what you have here. Processor. 53 qubit, you can see here. 53 quantum bits. So it's a very important development which has happened there in the part of, you can see here, this is the machine, quantum. And this is the processor, Sycamore or Sycamore, whatever you pronounce it here. This Google company has developed, and you can see here, this is, Sundar Pichai, Google company, standing beside this machine. So what I would like to just add here, to this word, quantum supremacy, right? Quantum supremacy. Then I have mentioned this word, entanglement. And based on this is what last time, if you have gone through the video, I mentioned QKD, quantum key distribution. That's based on entanglement, right? So that is based on that. And today I have discussed about this China and Russia. Both have tried to do the communication. That is again based on the same kind of concept here, using the photons there. So there is another aspect of quantum comes here. Then again, what is very important here, this one. Quantum, which comes here, this that is advanced sensor. There is something called tunneling. That means we can sense from a long distance. That is what called it, almost in terms of teleportation. Imagine the future communication again can be used in communication gateway. With that teleportation kind of thing, the data transfer, which can happen through such kind of qubits and such kind of sensors, devices. You can say quantum devices which have been now being developed, right? So again, this all latest technology which is making. Bangalore, I'll tell you that Bangalore already, there are certain type of startups in the quantum. They're trying to develop there. Like let's say, for your interview only, I'm just adding here. What you can do here is that today, just go and do the search here. Okay, which are those startups in India, particularly in Bangalore? Because since you belong to Karnataka, they can ask you, and Bangalore is the IT hub. They simply ask it, like here, quantum, if I just do the quantum technology startups, my friend, my friend called Nandan Satpathy. He's an Odia guy. He is an expert in this field, and he's already there in working in Bangalore only there. Now you can see here this one. Can you see here? 2 years back, 73 quantum computing startup challenging industry leaders. Alpine Quantum. So all these have now already started over the last 2-3 years. So let's say you are getting a question from the board member that what is the next thing about IT sector? What is the next thing which is coming, next revolution coming? So one is AI. AI is another very important thing, and already a lot of things are happening in AI field. Even Indian IT sector seriously developing many of the AI application. Second, what comes here? Quantum. Second area comes here, thrust area quantum. Quantum race, this again comes here. And third, I've said data science, big data. Right? Big data also is another one. And you can see who's leading quantum technology. So you'll find here, this is IBM, IBM company, Google. All these are leading to quantum race. But again, here, if you see here, what do quantum AI see here? Even they're using quantum for AI, machine learning, cryptography. They're developing on those kind of part of there, right? So even for Saubhagya and Ananya also there, depending on your background, if any such questions are asked by board members, so at least you know that key technology and keywords. You are aware of this area there. This is what comes here. Now, another thing which I would like to just add here, qubits and all this I have mentioned here, right? In computation field, if we add one very important thing, you already know that cloud-based application, you are already aware of that. But what I would like to add from this one, edge computing. Last time I mentioned about it, but just let me just briefly highlight edge computing. This is another buzz area. Now, what is happening in edge computing? You have a main cloud, right? This is a cloud where we back up, everything. We do all the things there. That's a data center. What is cloud here? A dedicated data center, right? This is what is there. Now, what is happening here? Let's say whatever your devices are there. Let's say whatever device we have, laptop, computer, tablets, mobile phone, whatever. So today we are connected to the cloud, the main cloud. But now what will happen? There will be a edge cloud. Let's say in our office where we're working, the data will go to the edge cloud. Again, that will be a kind of a server, a machine. And then it will connect with the main cloud. This is what called edge computing. And this edge device, this will be a device. This will be edge device will be there, which will be filtering data. Now, what is the advantage of this edge computing? That it can provide local support. Suppose we have a sensor. Just take example. Suppose there is a sensor in, let's say, pipeline. Let's say suppose oil and gas pipeline. Suppose just I'm giving a scenario. In a industry or in a factory, chemical factory or oil or refinery, right, a pipeline, and there is a sensor attached with that. And suppose there is a leakage. So sometimes what problem could encounter? And let's say suppose this sensor communicate with the cloud. Suppose this sensor is in contact with the cloud. But now let's say there is some kind of issue with the network and the proper communication with the cloud doesn't work and the feedback doesn't happen and the sensor is not able to, alarm or give the warning to the, people out there. Then it can create a big accident. It can cause a big accident in the factory or industry. So what will happen here? This sensor here in the factory will be first connected to the edge. That means the first level of communication will be with the edge. So if there's any kind of a leakage, if there's any kind of a problem or leakage, it will be able to respond quickly, fast. So that problem which happens with the cloud may be very far away, and cloud may take some kind of a input of data, and the processing of data and the feedback or instruction coming from cloud will take time. But this work. Another thing, very, very important thing, which I would like to add here, IoT, Internet of Things, will be supported through edge computing. Another very important thing where edge computing can play a very pivotal role, very important role, that is the Internet of Things. What is IoT? There will be number of devices, right, with the embedded sensors, and they will connect with each other, communicate with each other. Now, their edge computing, this one, edge computing, is going to play a very important role. With the help of 5G and the coming 6G, IoT devices with the embedded sensors will get all communication and support through edge computing. There's another very big thing which is coming up. And if you can see the edge computing development in India, even talking about India, again, there are companies which are working on this kind of a thing there, edge computing part of it. So let us just, I'll tell you here, if you just go to the Google search here, again, I'm taking to that one. If you look at your edge computing and just simply do the search with India, where in India we are working to that. Say, many things will not be in the current affair magazine. Let's say whichever coaching institute magazine you take, or maybe whatever you're reading in website may not be there, or maybe sometime may not be able to cover in the Hindu paper or Indian Express. But if you are aware that these are the key technology, and you are able to connect with them, like see here, if you can ask such question, edge computing, where India is there, right? Google search, you can see here. We are committed to empower business leaders with India's best B2B services, telecom. Now see, Delhi University, this edge computing, this given here. Delhi University, see, even the university is now looking into this edge computing. Now look at here, what is here? India's edge computing market size growth report 2024-32. So the report is saying that India's edge computing market is going to become double, is going to increase very, very fast. Already we are using cloud computing. The next thing which is coming here, edge here. And you can see here another lot of such, we'll see here, edge computing India. There was a conference in Mumbai just last month, December. See here, Times of India. Last month, there was a conference on edge computing in India, in Mumbai. So again, this is one of the area, and board members, they are the learned people. They know what is happening here. Let's say if the question is asked, if I ask you, let me ask Jasmine only. If a board member asks you a question, what is the difference between edge computing and cloud computing? So what answer you'll give there? Difference between edge computing and cloud computing?
Yes, sir. So the first difference is edge computing is placed near to the devices,
Okay.
and cloud is in a far away. And in edge
Mhm.
computing, there is reduced latency
Good,
because
very
of
good.
cloud.
Mhm.
And also, sir, because it is decentralized now, because we will
Good,
have different edge computers or data centers compared to the centralized one, cloud computing.
good,
So
very
if there
good.
is hacking done, there is a lesser possibility of hacking because compared to the cloud computing.
Good, very good, very good. Good, very good. So this is where you have to answer there. They will ask you this kind of a question only. What is the edge? What do you mean by edge computing? But since you are coming from IT background, they can ask you the right question. Okay, another thing which I would like to just add here, AI you have to prepare there, right? AI, you are comfortable, all of you? Artificial intelligence?
Comfortable, sir, but then there are many topics under that, right? Types of
AI.
artificial intelligence,
Yes.
and
I'll
those are
just think about
the
that. See, AI, what you need to do here, first of all, here, I'll just bring you to that. Definition part, you are aware. Okay, what is artificial intelligence definition? You know that. Okay, that is where it comes in. But what is here? Okay, when you say types of AI, no? Because this will be a question, because recently OpenAI, this CEO, a lot of controversy has happened. Right? Recently, what has happened? One Indian who was working with this company, I think he has committed suicide or something was in the news there. He died because of this, and he was he was having some allegation against this AI, this OpenAI chair, this head CEO. Who is this person there? OpenAI CEO. He's another.
Sam Altman. Sam Altman.
Ah, yes, yes. He is always in now his controversy, and he has a tussle with Elon Musk. Elon Musk and this part of it already there. Now see here, this one, this Indian students. Let's say I just ask you this: Indian student death row, because even the family has allegation that it's not suicide. He has been murdered. This is what comes here. See here, whistleblower. That was in the news last month. Indian origin OpenAI whistleblower's mother breaks silence. Suchir, his name is Suchir Balaji. And again, you can see he's from, I think, Karnataka only. He belongs to Karnataka. So anything with respect to Karnataka, right? 26 years old person, this boy which is there, anything with respect to Karnataka, right? That becomes really very, very important here. And it was said that he is committed suicide, but their parents are having that he is not committed suicide. It is a kind of a murder. What is saying that? And Elon Musk, he talked about Suchir Balaji, opens Pandora's box. So what I would like to add here, when you talk about AI, see the board members, right? So there you will ask this question that I have given. One is this one. One is a weak AI. And second is called a strong AI. One way we classify like this: weak artificial intelligence, strong AI. What is weak AI? This is a simple task. Whatever we get the information here, right? Like here, if you look at weak AI, you can take generative AI. Generative AI means where we are able to get all the data. Like for example, if you take Chat GPT is one of the example of weak AI. But if you look at strong AI, I'll give a very good example. You all know that Sophia is, humanoid robot, human-like robot, right? Any such humanoid robot which completely act like human, they have a speech recognition, they can sense their environment. So like humanoid robots, if you look at this type of AI, right, they are called strong AI. That means I'll give a very good example here in this case, which you are knowing that there's something called, I mentioned last session also, AGI, artificial generative intelligence. That's the next level, which is a stronger AI than ChatGPT. So that is what comes here. Then again, you can mention here another thing. What comes here? One is simply the output of data what we get, generative AI, and second is called predictive AI. Now, where the predictive AI help very important role, let's say healthcare. In the healthcare sector, we can predict, right, a kind of any kind of a disease or pattern of disease, right? Weather modeling, again predictive AI. I'll give you a very good example from governance. NIC, National Informatics Centers, have done this predictive AI for a very important system called Swachh Bharat. You know that there is one very important program of Swachh Bharat, that is a toilet. That is government want to free this one. India should become more sanitized in terms of freeing the open defecation. So there's a toilet program there. Nowadays, what has happened there? Any kind of toilet construction, they have to take the photograph, and there's a fixed parameter on which that has to be done there. So this has to upload through the application to the center there. I'll give you another one. Predictive AI, income tax department has done, nabbing the tax evaders. Already, government has been using this predictive AI model to nab the tax evaders, GST and income tax, and all the predictive AI is coming there. Law and order. I'll give you a very good example. Very, very good example. I'm right now giving the Mahakumbh. Today only I saw one video which is talking about underwater drone. In Mahakumbh, in Prayagraj, they're using underwater drone and they're using AI-powered CCTV. Imagine that. AI-powered CCTV, security system. which has a predictive kind of system working to be based on the facial recognition or any sight. It can give the alert to the police that there might be some kind of a problem which can occur. And you know, the thousands and thousands of crores of rupees have been given to this particular mega event. Right? So just I'm giving the predictive AI, law and order, healthcare, many places they're finding application. Then there's another word called responsive AI. So this
Sir,
all,
one question, sorry to interrupt.
yeah, yeah.
It is for Swachh Bharat, it is national, which center?
NIC, National Informatics System Center, National Informatics Center, NIC. They are using this AI tool, and already government has started there.
Okay.
Then the responsive AI, even the responsive AI which respond. See, responsive AI simply means based on the whatever the sensors, it respond and give us the information. That's what called responsive AI. Let's say here, if I just mention here, if you look at this one, responsive AI is again the part of generative AI. Like just
So
like
this Alexa, Siri and all is responsive AI, right?
yes. That's what we are using, Google Assistant and all this. The responsive AI, you know, see here, this one. That is a automation here. Whatever automation we have, it generates response. Whatever you ask, they give you the information. ChatGPT is also example of that. Whatever the sensors they give, they display the content. Now you can see here, generate responses based on a data. So whatever specific data you ask, they look into their library, this content library, and give you the information. Right. Now you see here they how they make, that is not another thing. Now this see here, natural language processing. See here given. How does AI response work? Natural language response, machine learning, that you all know that. Even now you know that Gemini. You know Gemini. Where you have seen the Gemini? Is
It is
another
in Google.
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 Yeah, Google.
Upgrade of BARD system. It is Gemini.
Very good. Very. There's upgraded system, the Gemini, which has been brought there. This all comes into responsive AI there. About
So then what is the difference between responsive AI and generative AI? They are similar, right?
no. The difference is that generative AI will give you general all information. Let's say when you ask ChatGPT, ChatGPT will give you everything, but responsive AI will give you specific. Whatever question you ask, based on the specific answer you will get. They filter it. That means responsive AI is one level ahead of generative AI. It's a subset. See, it comes within the generative AI only, but it also gives you the specific what you're looking for it. Like let's say, for example, today when you simply ask ChatGPT, it will give you a lot of areas. But let's say when you have a pinpointed areas, so responsive AI will give you that particular kind of answer there. It respond to that one. Just a human brain. Let's say, if you ask a person, or what is it, responsive is as you respond. If you get a question there, so it gives you that kind of information there. One way is how the one way human brain work. If somebody asks you a question, you start giving all type of answer, right? So that is what make the difference there. So responsive AI is an advanced version of the generative AI. Then what comes here? Now see here. Then adaptive AI. See, another one is given, adaptive AI. Now adaptation is given here. Algorithm optimized AI model, right? So they use again part of it. What is adaptive AI? I'll make you understand. Adaptive AI is a machine learning which basically what happened, as you start using it, that software will customize itself according to your kind of a thought process or your search, based on your optimization of search. See, let's say suppose I am a teacher. Suppose I am a teacher and I am teaching a particular subject and I am doing a lot of search. I am asking a lot of things there. So what this adaptive AI will do, adaptive AI will be able to understand the need of a teacher like me and will be able to provide such kind of responses, information. Same way, if I give you a very good example, a doctor who is a, let's say, gynecologist or a doctor who is a cardiac surgeon or cardiologist. So adaptive AI will again help to adapt based on what type of input they are looking for this. So that's what comes here. See here. So this is again a very advanced software. See here is a very advanced software. Let's say here, adaptive learning, chat GPT, you can see. Now OpenAI is again, yes.
One example is if we search something on YouTube, then we get similar YouTube
Yes.
pages, right?
And then what happens is slowly and slowly they will start providing you such an information what you are
Yeah.
looking for. So
Yes.
that is again part of adaptive. Same way, if you are using conducive chat GPT, the chat GPT will be slowly and slowly based on adaptive AI will be able to adapt itself according to your requirement. Let's say suppose if you have used chat GPT for 1 month, right? So with time you will be getting that it will be able to customize itself according to your question there. They'll give you that. That's called adaptive AI system working. Right. So here this again, see, ChatGPT is now training the model. They're doing more and more working with the adaptive AI, shaping the future of adaptive learning. They're doing that kind of thing. So all this type of AI system, you should be knowing that what exactly they mean that and where they find application part of it. Right. Let's say if I ask you a very simple question that machine learning. So how the machine learning is done? If I am asking a technical question, so what answer you'll give that? What basically is the machine learning?
So feeding the data to a machine, and there will be algorithms or the neural networks which identifies that data. Based on that, it makes some patterns. So in future, if it identifies that pattern, it will give an answer.
Good, very good. That is very important, which you have mentioned, very important neural network. And that data which you trained, the model with the training of data, and then what they use the weightage and the pattern part of it. So that is what is good, very good. You know that machine
So
learning.
what is the difference between deep learning then? I thought deep learning is using artificial neural networks and machine learning does not use. I am not sure.
So you're right. See, if you look at this deep learning and machine learning, see, machine learning is simply you are having the data which algorithm is able to provide. Deep learning, what you have said that they use the neural network, which goes into deeper part or analytical part, where the pattern recognition, and all based on that the information given there. So you can say here, let's say, I'll show you one image here. If you talk about, let me just clear this one. You would have seen this particular Venn diagram, this one.
Yes, yes.
I wanted to show you this diagram here. See. Now, if you see here, what is very important? Deep learning is a part of machine learning, where what happens in deep learning, the neural network and pattern and all this one, and that help the machine learning. See, you understand like this. What is AI? AI is based on machine learning. And how machine learning work? The machine learning works on deep learning. Right? What is deep learning working on? That what you have said that neural network and this part that comes into that. And now if you see here, what is the new thing which is coming up? Generative intelligence. I have used the word AGI, artificial general intelligence. So artificial general intelligence, AGI, will be it's completely and the language here. That's what one of the fear, one of the fear which has been raised that world is not prepared for AGI. That is artificial generative intelligence. World is not prepared with it. Right? What you have seen the Hollywood movies. If you remember that Iron Man movie or Captain America, you know that age of, if the system becomes same as a human, if they surpass the human brain. So one of the fear has been raised about generative intelligence. So generative intelligence is the most advanced one, which will totally mimic human brain. That comes there, right? So this is where you'll find all this, and this all you have to read. See, you have to read and compare with it, and you can see here. This all basics given here. When you go to this kind of, they will ask you pinpointed question, which you have to give the answer here. So from computer science and IT field, then again, remember that last time also I mentioned, I'll just add here a few things here. Prepare everything about this one. One more very important area which I'm adding here. I think you may be aware of that. Sonam Wangchuk. You know Sonam Wangchuk? Anybody?
Yes, sir. 3 Idiots.
Who is Sonam Wangchuk?
3
Idiots, and you know Ladakh. He's the
Yeah.
yes, very true. So Sonam Wangchuk has been news regarding the Ladakh. He is asking for a special status. But Sonam Wangchuk during the COVID time, he did something first time. Optical communication, he did that. What is something called, you know this, Li-Fi, light fidelity. He has used the free space optical communication. What he did was that he has a school. You have seen in the movie 3 Idiot. He has a school there. Now, school is under a valley. There's a valley here. There's a mountain here. There's something, there's called Changthang. There's an area called Ladakh. And highway. No, highway was on the way. What it was that how to broadband, broadband connected to the school. So what this person did from here, in the highway there was a tower, mobile tower was there. So what he did was that two lights, he created a mount. Imagine that he mounted this tower, which used the laser light, optical communication. So the broadband came to the highway tower through a device which is received through light, and then this transmitted this signal to full for teaching part, the teachers, and that have the laser through the light. So it is the first time in the world where optical communication was done to mountain top. That was in the news. It is also sometimes called free space optical communication, FSOC, right? Which you have read for your pre and mains exam, Li-Fi, visible light communication or light fidelity. That what comes here, right? Is it clear to everyone here? So whatever the IT field, any upcoming technology you have to work, 5G, you know that. Then another area which comes here, a very important area is the holographic. Let me write here, hologram communication, or you can write somewhere, holographic, a hologram communication, IoT, blockchain. All such areas of IT, you have to be just going through that. They all become very, very important for that. Then in the cryptocurrency and all, you have read about NFT, non-fungible token, fungible token. Again, those areas you have to prepare very well. So anyway, I will give you more input in tomorrow's session also. Already it is going to be 11 o'clock. So I will provide you more information tomorrow's session at 9:30. There again, I will add on certain more areas of science and technology, S&T part of it. All right. I think it helps you here.
Yes,
Are
sir.
you right?
Yes, sir. It's really helping.
Yeah. So
We know the topics, but in detail we do not know. So, but for us, in mock, what I've observed is the details are really deep. What they're asking, especially for
yeah,
us.
they'll be asking you a deeper part of it. That means they will see that whether as a as a candidate you have gone through that, you are aware of that. But the challenge is that you have to answer within a small span of time. Then you cannot give a very lengthy explanation. Like within
Yes.
it should show that you understand, you know the technology very well, and you are able to give a specific answer. That's what comes here. right?
Sir, I have a question. Once Sophia said that it has feelings, so how true it is? It is a robot, right?
Yeah, it's a robot, but again, the Sophia, in terms of it's even emotional level also. Not only the normal, is all work on the AI system they have been given there. That's what you're asking there, how it work?
So
No,
does robots have feelings or emotions? Can it be true?
it can be true because it can have feeling, but not like human feeling. That emotions, what you talk about, that is based on the that AI system work. This like we laugh, we smile, we that is a natural way we respond based on our sensors, right? We have all the eye, ear, nose, skin, whatever we have the human body working there. What is happening with Sophia as a humanoid or any humanoid? That AI algorithm that is providing them that kind of input, even the sensors that comes. If you remember that movie Chitti, Rajinikanth, Rajinikanth movie Robot. Even there you see that even the Hollywood movies you'll see that the robots are able to understand the emotions. Let's say facial recognition. Suppose you have a system which is able to read the faces. If you just suppose that AI of such a robot is trained, you train that AI with the different type of emotions of the faces. If let's say I have hundreds of photographs of different type of emotions of a human face, right? Different persons, different emotions. And I trained that AI with that kind of recognition, with the understanding of the emotion, right? Then the AI will be able to predict if this person is having this particular type of emotion. Even the AI is also trained in such a way in the humanoid that the behavioral part of it, they look into those kind of pattern that the person what is talking about. Because what Sophia does, Sophia has a voice speech to text. So whatever we are saying, Sophia's algorithm is able to convert that voice into text and is giving that kind of input to that, and she is able to respond, give the answer to our questions. Now with the same thing, Sophia is having the sensor which can understand the face and the behavior, human behavior. So she is able to be trained to respond to such kind of behavior. She can smile, she can laugh, she can be sad. So again, that type of emotional intelligence being provided to humanoids. This is what the scientists are trying to do that. See, we are just natural doing the same thing. The what the algorithm can do. That is what the things are moving on.
Yes, sir. Clear, sir. Thank you.
Right. So anyway, I'll stop here. Tomorrow we'll get back again with some more topics, or you can suggest me what topics you want. Then I can cover tomorrow.
Sir, application of technology in governance and
Yeah,
agriculture.
that I wanted to do in today's class also there, particularly the agriculture and the governance, the important topic which has come in Yojana, Kurukshetra, and the government website. Tomorrow I will cover that. Tomorrow I
Sir,
will. Hmm.
sir, semiconductors related.
Okay, I'll do that one. Semiconductor related. Okay, what all things you have to prepare for semiconductor industry? That I'll cover there.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Anything more?
Sir, my education background is commerce, sir.
Okay.
So I'm facing little difficulty in technology, sir.
I understand
So
that because since you are coming from non-science background, so it becomes difficult. Don't worry. Whatever I mentioned, that part you can just go through it. Like I mentioned that quantum computing or supercomputing. See, even in that, the board members will be knowing about your background, that you are coming from commerce background.
yes,
I'll give you a very good example. What board member can ask you from you is that fintech, financial
okay.
technology.
Uh,
Nowadays, fintech,
yes, sir.
financial sector, they're using a lot of technology. AI is also one of the data science and AI. They are another two very important areas in financial sector. So they are
Yes,
called fintech. So tomorrow I'll discuss that fintech. What
okay,
is
sir.
it? And now a problem with the cybersecurity part of it in terms of
Yes,
financial sector, right? The commerce and businesses. That type of question will be put to you. They'll not ask you very deeper part of quantum computing or mechanism and all, but something which is linked with your background.
Yes,
You have
sir.
to prepare with that. Right.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Subhagya. Thank you, Jasmine. So
Sir,
we,
also, if it will be better if we discuss data localization and what are the different laws we have to protect the data, sir.
okay.
That's-
Okay, I'll do that. Data localization and that part of data part of that. I'll cover.
DPDP also, I mean, in detail, if we discuss what are the features, it will be helpful because my friend had a interview today, and for him, DPDP related questions were asked, and also this proportionate privacy related question was also asked.
No, it will be asked because even today's newspaper, if you look
Yes,
at
yes,
today's newspaper, there is I think
correct.
in the Hindu paper, I've seen 3-4 articles are there.
Yes, on DPD, yes.
Yeah, data protection DPT is now running there. And actually, the thing is that why he got the question because right now it is going on the newspaper. So what happened?
Yes,
The
yes.
board members they have gone through the headlines. So they then randomly ask the question because this is what is right now. So I'll cover tomorrow. I'll cover that one.
Yes, sir.
All right. So
Okay.
shall we end here now?
Yes, sir. Yes, it's already late. Thank you, sir.
All right. So tomorrow we'll connect there. All right. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, sir. Good night, sir. Bye.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, sir. Good night, sir.
Thank you. Good night.